Hello, welcome to this episode of West Key Customs. Today we're taking on a Ford Thames breakdown truck by Matchbox. Got this one a little while ago. As you can see, it's in very poor condition. The wheels are broken. I think it's actually missing one of the rear wheels. The body itself is very twisted. Looks like it's been stamped on in its past life. Everything on this is sort of twisted, bent, out of shape. So I thought it's a prime candidate to maybe do something a bit different with it, try and bring it back to life, but a bit of a twist on it. So what I did first of all was had a good sort of look over it to see what sort of state it was in. As you can see, the back's all bent, the roof's bent, there's actually a crack in the centre of the roof that you can see there. Most of the graphics and the paint have come off over its years of life. Front axle, you can see there's quite badly bent. So it's pretty much, one of those ones where it's not really of any value to it. So I thought on this one, let's have some fun. So first thing I did was to take the model, the casting apart. Quite simple on this one. There was a little screw that held the back sort of shall we say, the sort of crane part on, so I removed that and then drilled out the little rivet and removed the base plate. What I thought I'd do first of all is just try and get it somewhere back to where it should be. The sides are all bent in, so I thought I'd give those a bit of a pull with some pliers just to get them back straight again. What I did notice at this stage is the metal is very brittle on this. As soon as you try and put any pressure to it, you can feel it kind of moving straight away, but you can also feel it sort of wanting to crack. So you can't really put a great deal of pressure on this because it will, I think, ruin the casting if you do. So just gently prised it back into sort of a rough shape. It'll be a bit of a work in progress throughout the restoration, customization of it. I'll probably keep tweaking little bits and pieces here to get it completely perfect. Thought I'd have a go at the roof next. That's the next part of the model that's quite badly bent. So to try and several different kinds of ways to get the roof sort of bent over back to where it should be, because it looks almost as if it's kind of like what happens on these cars when you tread on them. They kind of bend and go over to one direction, and as you can see there, straight away one of the A posts of the car has snapped off. I knew this was going to happen because, as I say, the metal work on this is so brittle. Everything you try and do, you can feel it almost wanting to break. So I knew somewhere along the line these pillars would probably break once I start to have a go at kind of moving it around. As you can see here, a bit of a close-up shot on the actual crane itself. You can see that's been bent down, it's been squashed. Some of the little beams, the little cross hatch bits have snapped. That's all twisted as well. So definitely looks like, I think at some stage someone's got annoyed with it and stamped on it, or left it on the floor and someone stamped on it. So here we go. I've taken all the paint off it now so you get a better look at what the casting looks like at the start. What I've actually done here is I've actually repaired the roof pillars using some split pins. I actually cut the roof completely off so I could get everything straight, file it down and level. So it's actually had a bit of a roof chop. If you was to park this one next to one that hasn't been customised, you'd see that the roof level I've dropped down slightly to make it look a little bit more aggressive. Here you can see a bit of a sort of dummy run with the wheels that I'm using. What I decided to do was to fit some oversized rear wheel arches to tuck those wheels in. You can see here I've done one side, and there you can see the bits that I had to cut out in order to do these wheel arches. You can see there where I've ground out a lot of the sides so I could fit these wheel arches in. These wheel arches are all scratch built using styrene. I also used a bit of plumber's copper pipe just to get a perfect circle, and then glued the styrene on and then put some filler on it. Here we go. There's one, just a quick mock-up in primer just to get some sort of idea of how it's all going. You can see the wheel arches there that I've put on. You can also see that I've put a couple of little side running boards along just to join them up to the front. Looks a bit more like it should almost be there. Quite happy with the wheels. I must admit I had these set of wheels kicking around for quite some time. Wasn't sure what to use them on because they are actually quite skinny and look a bit strange putting them on any other sort of casting. But I thought, well, this one's a bit of fun. let's use them on this. And I think they actually fit it quite well, gives it quite a hot rod kind of stance to it. A couple of close-ups. So this is only in primer. There's still a bit more body work to do to get it perfect, but I just wanted to give it a bit of a mock up there to see what it's looking like in primer, all in one colour. Here we go. Here's it all now. Painted it all up. Sort of stuck with the original kind of colours, as you can see. And here's the finished example. So it's sort of a burgundy metallic red with some sort of creamy grey side panels. Put a couple of water slide decals on it that I found just to give it a bit of advertising. Also makes it look, you know, a little bit more sort of like it was meant to be. Also covers the side up quite well because it looked quite plain without that. Put a little hook on there, just used a bit of metal to make a hook. Also made a couple of rear lights for it, nice and low as I like to see them. So here's what we started off with again. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Please stay tuned for some more. If you like what you've seen, please hit the like button, drop us a comment if you've got any questions, subscribe if you haven't, and on to the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.